Welcome to Exploring Atlanta. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the most influential people in American history. His vision changed the world, and his voice echoes through time. Fortunately, his life and legacy have been preserved and interpreted throughout 35 acres of the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park. The civil rights leader's life and work can be experienced through first-hand relics and monuments. The historical park contains Dr. King's childhood home, Ebenezer Baptist Church, where Dr. King co-pastored with his father from 1960 until his assassination in 1968. The Visitor Center contains a museum that chronicles the civil rights movement, and the King Center for Nonviolent Social Change, which includes the burial place of Dr. King and his activist wife, Coretta Scott King. Visitors may purchase souvenirs and other artifacts from the gift shop. The Atlanta Fire Department contains an exhibit on desegregation. Visitors are able to explore the I Have a Dream International World Peace Rose Garden and memorial tribute to Mohandas Gandhi. The International Civil Rights Walk of Fame commemorates some of the courageous pioneers who worked for social justice. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park is a must-see attraction and learning experience. This top tourist destination attracts visitors both nationally and internationally. We highly recommend you include this site on your next visit to Atlanta. The following footage presents a glimpse inside this historic park. We think that you will find it intriguing and hope it inspires a first-hand experience. We would appreciate your subscribing to the channel. Give us a thumbs up and click the all notifications bell so that you receive an alert each time we upload a new video. Please leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Now, let's go exploring.
On behalf of our Superintendent, Ms. Judy Forte, welcome to the Martin Luther King National Historical Park. Welcome to the birth home of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., 501 Auburn Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia. The parlor. Martin, A.D., and Christine would enter the parlor to take piano lessons. However, Martin and A.D. disliked taking piano lessons, so to discourage the teacher, they loosened the screws off of this very stool and took a hammer and hammered the piano. The picture on the wall is his maternal grandparents, Reverend A.D. Williams and Mrs. Jenny Celeste Williams. This is the coat and hat room, known as the foyer. The Kings and the Williams would greet their guests in this room. The photo on the wall was taken shortly after Christmas of the King and Williams family in 1939. This is the game room, the office, and once was the bedroom of Martin's grandparents, Reverend A.D. Williams and Mrs. Jenny. The family would gather in this room for family game night. The photos in this room are of Reverend A.D. Williams and Miss Jenny, Martin's grandparents. The kids would also do their homework in this room. Martin and his dad, Martin Luther King Sr., were considered the best players. Monopoly was Dr. King's favorite game, and Chinese checkers was his dad. The radio in the corner to the right, Martin would listen to his favorite show, which would be The Green Hornet. The dining room. The family ate their meals in the dining room, and always on Sundays. Everyone had to recite a Bible verse before they ate. ML, which is Martin Luther King Jr., loved to eat and liked almost any kind of food. He especially loved fried chicken, collard green, black-eyed peas, cornbread, and apple pie with ice cream. In this very kitchen, Martin's mother Alberta and grandmother prepared all the family meal. Martin, Christine, and A.D. were all tasked with the chore of doing the dishes. However, Martin disliked washing dishes and would hide in the bathroom every time it was his turn. This is the birth room and the bedroom of Daddy King and Mrs. King. All three of the King children were born in this very room. Willie Christine Ferris was the first to be born in 1927. When she was born, her parents pulled out one of the drawers of the Sheffer robe and cedar chest and lined it with blankets and placed her in the drawer because they had no crib or a bassinet. Martin Luther King Jr. was born January 15th, 1929 at 12 noon. And Alfred Daniel, aka A.D., was born in 1930. This is Martin and A.D.'s bedroom, or the boys' room as it was called. Martin and A.D. also shared this room with their dad's younger brother, their Uncle Joel, who was not too far in age from the boys. Christine, their sister, said Martin and A.D. were very messy and kept their room untidy. The boys would only clean up if there were guests in the home.